Monthly rent here is like 1 year rent in back home now.
Oh,
Yes, it's true. You see this light shining in Nurse Dee's house. You see the light shining. You pay for it though. Light is not free here. Nothing is free. They say it's only the air you are breathing that is free. You pay for
Free.
water. There are places you live in the UK that things are cheaper, and the other places things are more expensive. With this video, we are going to explain the cost of living, the monthly cost of living in the UK, and we are going to examine how much you pay for house rent, for bills, and the likes. I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing this video in collaboration with Nurse Dee. So we are going to be explaining detailedly the cost of living, how much we spend in the United Kingdom. I live in Milton Keynes, and Nurse Dee live in Doncaster, right? Doncaster. So at the end of this video, sit and relax. You judge which side is cheaper. Without wasting much time, I would just want Nurse Dee to introduce herself for some of you who don't know her.
Nurse Dee, popularly known as Nurse Dee, but my name is Dorcas Aikomo. So I'm a midwife. I'm based in the UK, and yeah, that's me.
Nurse Dee has a YouTube channel where she shares lovely life update. If you want to know about like update in UK, update about life, living, childcare, anything. How much nurses are paid, how much midwives are, go to Nurse Dee channel. All the information is there. I'm going to leave the link in, I'll leave it in the comment section and as well as in the description. So you can visit our channel and get a lot of updates. And by the time you are done watching this video, I know you will run to her channel to get more information because she's really loaded. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Victory Nkuka. In case you don't know me at all, I talk about life updates in the UK, immigration update that can help you relocate to the UK. Once in a while, I share scholarship offers that come to allow you school abroad with ease. So please consider sticking with us in this channel. Use the like button, like this video, and share to as many who you think this video may benefit. Now, talking about cost of living, the first thing we are going to be talking about is how much we pay for house rent. For those of you who don't know, house rent in the United Kingdom is paid monthly. I remember somebody, one of my friends, I was speaking to one of my friends within the course of the week, and she was like, she wants to move into the UK. So she's trying to find out, like, how much do you guys spend monthly? So she was like, how much do I save before coming on a charity visa? Do I save for how much is the full year house rent? I was like, full year house rent? Are you that? She said full year house rent. I was like, for you to save for a full year house rent, you are very rich. I said, yeah, we pay monthly because a full year, like for me, we live in a 1-bedroom flat and I pay 800 per month. Now, if you are calculating by my own house rent now, a year, that would be like what, like 9,600. Convert that to your nation's currency. That's what it costs to like pay for a full year house rent.
Monthly rent here is like 1 year rent in back home now.
Yes, it's true. I agree.
If not more than safe.
Yeah. So Nurse Dee, like in your side, how much do you guys pay for house rent?
So pay like 800 and 825 current, like recently.
Wow.
A 3-bedroom house. The 3-bedroom house, 825. Yeah, that's what you pay.
That's interesting. Remember,
That's
like
for the
I
rent,
said,
that's for the rent. No bills yet.
Oh my god. But it's still cheap.
Is it expensive or?
No, it's cheap. To get a 3-bedroom house in this place I stay, you have to pay like sometimes, if you see 1,100, you say it's cheap. Sometimes you get like 1,300, but when we are checking like open rent and Zoopla, the fees, they are just something else. The same thing as mortgage, they are just something else. So yeah, yours is cheaper in terms of house rent. You won in house rent. Okay. Now we are going to talk about council tax. Like how much do you pay council tax in your own side?
Okay, in my area where we are on band A, there's the banding system. So band A, band B, band C, band A, band B, band C, band D. So our area we're in band A. So I'm paying like 136. It was initially 124. I think this
Wow.
year they increased it. They now increased. No, it was 126 I was paying. So they increased it. So I'm paying 136 monthly.
136. Wow. Wow. That's still cheap, frankly. It's from the look of things, I tell you, nothing is going to win in everything. But let me not conclude yet. For me, we don't pay council tax currently because my landlord pays that for
Why?
us.
Is it your rent? Is it part
Yeah,
of
it's
your
a
rent?
private. So he says that when we pay 800 to him, we shouldn't pay council. That he's just going to pay for it. So I don't know how much he's paying, but a friend of mine who lives in the same area said she's paying about 170, and one of my colleagues at work said she was paying 200, and is it 250?
Wow.
So I was like, that's expensive. So yeah, so so
How
that's
is
like the range.
your house rent is 800?
Yes, my house rent is 800.
It's cheap now. So you won now for my own compared to mine.
But
How many bedroom?
it's one bedroom, and that's because somebody referred us.
Oh, one
One.
bedroom. Oh,
It's
mine
one
is three.
bedroom.
Mine is three bedroom.
And
Okay.
actually, I know somebody paying one bedroom for £1,000 here. Like,
Mine is three bedroom.
yeah. So
Wow,
I think it's
expensive.
still cheaper in your side. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're actually talking about the basic cost. Like, if I'm to answer the question of that, my dear friend who reached out to me within the course of last week, asking how much do you prepare in mind? How much are you likely to spend in UK? These things we are talking about, the first set of things we're talking about, are the basic things that you just have to pay. Like, you won't live under the bridge, so you have to pay house rent. Council tax is just there; you must pay, except you are living in a bills inclusive house. Another thing that is basic, you see this light shining in this house. You see the light shining, you pay for it though. Light is not free here. Nothing is free. They say it's only the air you are breathing that is free. You pay for
Pray
water.
for
So this,
water.
exactly. So we are going to be talking about how much we spend for electric and gas. Because UK can be very cold at times, and you need heating to be on, you need things to be on. What we are paying with this code app is averagely £150, and this is because we are doing this rechargeable. So we recharge and then we put it in. For me, I don't know, I may be wrong. You can use the comment section if you feel I'm wrong to say that I think it's cheaper than smart meter, because sometimes when my friends are using smart meter, the money that they are sending them as bill a month there is something else. I know at some point they will compulsorily make you to upgrade, because somehow in smart meter they charge you a standard price outside what you are using. So we decided not to upgrade yet. So that's why we are still doing the slotting. It's more stressful though. Like, you have to recharge before you, and when your money gets finished, all the light gets off, and it make you feel like you are living back home where you're coming from. I don't want to mention our home country. No, see, don't mention it. So something like that. Yeah. So that
From our
averagely,
intonation, from our voice, they know where you are from. No bother. You don't already say yourself. Nobody you go talk where you for come.
definitely. But we are proud of our country. We are from
Nobody you go talk
Nigeria.
am.
We are proud. We are proud of our country. So not the like how's the gas and electric bill in your own side?
So for gas and electric, we pay together.
Yeah. Okay.
So initially during the winter, it's more expensive. Then during the summer, it's less expensive. So I think initially I was paying like sometimes 180, sometimes 100 during summer, sometimes 90, sometimes 70. So, but recently I now joined Scottish Power, so where they were doing this tariff that you have to pay fixed. So I was paying like £125 fixed,
Wow.
whether
Wow.
winter or whether summer. So that's what you pay. So if if during the summer you're paying that £125,
Yes.
then if you didn't use up to that amount, they'll put it, the remaining one will be in credit. That makes sense. So to be in credit, then so that everything will be piling up. Then
Okay.
during the winter period,
Yeah.
then you are still paying the same thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay. That
So
makes
it's like
sense.
it's like fixed. It's like fixed.
So is it
That
that
was
this same Scottish Power is being partial? Because there's a lady who was discussing with
no,
us.
no. It's because of the house. because of the house. Though we are moving.
Okay.
So when I call them to ask them like, I'm moving house. How much
Yeah.
will I be paying if I want to come down here and be paying that fixed
Yeah.
amount? They said it's 166.
Which is still
So
fair. You know, a colleague of mine said she called them.
it was higher than where I was coming from. Where I was coming from, I was paying like 125.
That you want to listen to how much they are charging us in our own side. So
Scottish
what
power.
Scottish, the same you mentioning Scottish power, that makes me relate. But he was saying that she spends £205 for electric and gas together. And she
Wait,
uses
see?
205 for Scottish power. So she said she actually
Wow.
phoned them during summer. She told them, and they said it was the least package they could give. And so I was
Is it fixed? Is it a fixed price?
yes, please, both summer, winter, the same thing. So that's why I was like,
Wow.
yours is cheap. Yours is cheap. I use it your Nest though. They are okay. The only thing is I'm not using the smart meter, and I'm not doing the fixed tariff. If I see a fixed tariff that is 125, come on, I'll go for it. I don't mind. But it's just because my experience with the water bills with smart meter really discouraged me from really doing everything smart again.
Water bill?
Yeah, water bill. Apparently, we were actually paying like £21 for water bill.
£21. They complain.
We were paying £21 like per month. Then later on, smart meter came. Initially, I didn't even know that I had to send them reading because they didn't tell me. They just put it without letting us know. They've already fixed it when they say they fixed the smart meter, which usually they should. Me, I don't want trouble. If not, I would have taken it off. That you didn't get my consent or anything before you changed it to smart meter. So they didn't even send us the first month, second month. Later on, they now gave us 100 and something to pay, and I was like, "What's happening?"
One something for how many months?
That's like 2 months plus. So I was like, no, this is not even what we used to. How am I even sure that it's my flat we are reading and everything? Then later on, the next bill they sent was 46. That was like a month and 10 days. £46. So, and when I not told them to give me the bill was like I'm paying sewerage. Is it the water that goes into the toilet and the like? There's a standard fee they are charging me for that, like without even you. So my usage was around 20 something, but the standard fee per day was what made it up to 40. Let me go and get the bill. So look at what they said from the bill. They are saying that my water usage was £14.66, yeah, and that's my water usage. But the daily charge, that's whether I'm using the water or not, with this smart meter is 10.13 pence per day, and the daily charge at the end of the month was £4.86. That's the money I did not use, but just a standard charge that you have to pay. Then for the sewerage, what I used was £13, yeah, and the daily charge was £28 per day. So the daily charge was 13.54. So that brought my bills to £46.56. When I saw this thing, I almost cried. So if I wanted to pay for what I use, it would have just been like £14 plus like £13. That's like £27, which would have still be fair. But they are charging me 46 because extra 20 is from a standard. It's not fair. You understand what I mean? That's what I was like. If this is what they do with their smart meter, no. So what's the daily charge? Is it like because it's a smart meter or something? So that's why we refuse to change our other ones. So that's what averagely we pay. This is my last bill for water bill. So that's how much you pay for water. How much do you pay for water on your side?
We're paying £65, from £60 to 64.
Are you serious?
Because we're a family of 5. And meanwhile, in the same Doncaster, some people are same Yorkshire water. Some people are paying £39, £40. I'm like, why is my own
Why?
expensive?
Yeah.
I remember when I called them, they were asking me how many of us are living in the house. Do you have children? Or I was just mentioning. I'll say yeah. So that was why I think it went up.
Okay, maybe that's why.
That
It's not
is cheap because you don't have only one.
Ah,
Only one
if
child
you
and
that
the
if you
husband.
that is saying that it's cheap now, at least I saw something that is cheap in this city. Seriously.
I'm paying £64, I mean £65 for water.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, so I think the water cost depends on
That was
your
in
number.
that video that I made. I mentioned it now. I said that was the first shock that I had when I came this way, because in where we were in Portsmouth, it was £13 that we're paying for water. My mom
Yeah.
was the one paying it. I never even know why they pay, but it was £13.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So
So is Portsmouth still around? Is it still northern UK?
no, now it's close to London. It's far.
It's close to London. Wow, that should even make it expensive because
It's
the
about
area close,
an hour to
yeah,
London.
ours is like 45 minutes to London from train. If you are using train, 45 minutes to London.
Ours is
So
1 hour by train.
where you used to live, right? Yeah. Wow. Seriously. So that's why the cost of living does vary from place to place,
It
really.
varies from place to place.
Mm-hmm.
And what is cheap in some area might be expensive in another area. So
Exactly.
it's not
Like
fixed.
I'm so delighted to know our water is not so expensive like the way I was thinking it was. Because I always cry for that water. I won't lie to you. It's not like I don't have the money to pay, but like why you just charging me for what I'm not using? It was just like it's unfair. Another thing I want to talk about is the cost for Wi-Fi, the one cost for mobile data. I know basically nearly all family use Wi-Fi. Then those some people use Wi-Fi and don't want to pay for mobile data, so it's optional. You can use any of them. But sometimes your mobile data it's sometimes some mobile data, it depends on the area you are. It can be very frustrating using it at home. That's why most people opt for Wi-Fi at home. For us, we pay for our Wi-Fi, we pay like £26 per month for Wi-Fi. Then
Okay.
for mobile data, our service provider is EE. I did contract that I'm regretting.
Which one is mobile data again?
Like the one you for your phone now, that when you can turn on your data and watch something, not connecting to Wi-Fi. Let's say you're outside the house.
Oh, okay. I subscribe myself. I don't bother.
Yeah, that's the subscription. For me, I used to do that before, like the month I feel like I was subscribed. But later on, I found out my credit score was low. So I wanted to build my credit with like direct debits and everything. So I decided to do not phone contract, same contract. But that's a regret I made. I would have gone for a lower package. I went for 16 gig. Apparently, I'm not even using up to 5 gig sometimes a month because I use mainly Wi-Fi. And me, I'm an introvert. I stay at home most time. Then the day I called them, I was moaning, like, I don't do this. They told me there is a contract that until the 24 months I have to. So, guys, please be wise. Before you go for such contract, think again. Are you going to utilize it, or you are just going to be dashing them money at the end of the month? So that's the reason why we are sharing our mistakes. So, Nurse Dee, give us updates. How do you do yours? Your Wi-Fi and that's your broadband, and then your
I don't do home phone. I don't do home phone. I don't do mobile. I only do Wi-Fi. 20
okay,
talk. So the talk. Now I'm moving, so I'm changing a lot of things.
okay.
I don't want to use the talk again.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah,
using Scottish Power again.
that's
So I
fine. So
have
long,
plans.
yeah.
So with talk, I was paying from £25. They increased it, added £2 to £27. That was the last thing I paid before I called them to end my contract with them. That I'm moving house. So I've been paying £27. So it's just only the Wi-Fi, not the. I don't have a phone with them. I don't have Wi-Fi. If I'm going out, I use Libera, or O2. So I just recharge my phone, maybe £5. Recharge my phone and buy data. That's how they do them.
Okay, that's what I used to do before. And seriously, I think that was what I would have just continued because this contract is more like it just makes me to. And sometimes they'll bring bill. Approximately, I should be paying £40, but there are times when they won't charge you 42. They will tell you that one thing happened. They
Even
have
that contract,
excuses.
even the contract I was doing with them, when I called them to tell them I'm moving house, so they didn't tell me I will pay a fee or anything. They only just said, okay, when am I moving? I just told them. So they just said the contract, the Wi-Fi will stop working on the 11th. Meanwhile, I think I called them on the 10th.
Yeah.
So I just called them before they give me another bill. So I just called them to tell them I'm leaving. That was what I did. So it was 27 pounds I was paying. 27 pounds.
Okay. But this thing they say, like, if it's an 18-month contract that you can't leave, you can
left. I have left because the contract will end in January.
That's fine. You've done. If the only way you lose out is, like, let's say the contract is ending like in 2 years time, or in
No.
You now have to pay back and all that. So that's fine. Yours is fine, really. So that's for Wi-Fi, electric. What else do we pay for in the United States? The transportation. We are still coming to childcare and cost of food. We are talking about transportation. So you can either use public transport. Let's say you are using the bus. In some cities like London, buses are effective, but in cities like mine, the buses are not so reliable, frankly. That's why some people either use cab, or they know how to drive, buy a car and the like. So it depends on the city. That's when you're able to use bus. There are other things that people use to mobilize all around. They use scooters, some cycle and the like. So there are many things. But for me, I don't know how to cycle. I don't know how to use scooter. So for me, I either use bus, and when I'm unable to use bus,
no, you get the one where you sabi do. I said, no, get the one where you sabi do.
And that's why I'm learning how to drive now. At least let me have something. Let me know something. So for me, I'm just learning how to drive. But for the meantime, I use bus and taxis. Like I say, most especially when I'm going out with the baby, and it's gonna be a long walk or something and the buses are not reliable to be pushing from and to be waiting in bus stop on one. So I just use taxi to cut. Yeah, to cut it short. So a month for transportation, including us, for me, my husband, my baby, we go to church every Sunday, and the buses are quite unreliable, and it's not so close. It's not like back home that you can see each other. It's close by. And for me, there are things I look for. If I feel settled, that's where I feel comfortable with. So I don't mind. I always go there. So most times I use taxi, like 99% or 100% of the time I use taxi to church and back. So in a month for everything, we spend up to £100, sometimes £120 on taxis. Yes.
Yeah, rich.
What
£120 on taxi.
What the person go do now? Childcare and everything. How is your transportation like?
About childcare.
No, we've not talked about childcare. We are coming to childcare. We are talking about transport. Like, how much do you spend for transport?
So we have a car. We buy. You don't watch my recent video now. So
that car is so fine. That car is so fine.
So that one is electric. So we used to charge it.
Wow. Nurse Dee is a big woman, no? We'll bill you, don't worry.
So that one, the charging is part of my electric bill and my gas. It's part of it. Normally, if you go and charge it outside, you pay about £24 per charge.
Yeah.
So in our other car, my husband we buy diesel £80.
Okay, a month.
So a month. So sometimes it's finish. Depends on how he use it.
Okay.
Then, but sometimes I used to fly bus. So bus is like £2 per trip.
Yeah.
£2. I hardly use taxi unless it's very, very, very like any very serious needs they to use taxi.
Talking about driving, that's the reason why I really want to start driving, because I believe it's still going to reduce the cost of me paying taxis, because childcare is something that have come to stay. It's something that has come to stay eventually.
Yeah.
So seriously, for like in MK area, our driving lessons are within the price of £35 per hour, sometimes £42 per hour, but it's just within that £35 per hour. So most times, if you pay, like the driving instructor I was using, it was £38 per hour he was charging me. So £38 per hour. If you block book, like you book for 10 lessons, you pay £370. But most of them take £35 per hour. My current driving instructor, his rate is £35 per hour as well. I know the other one went for annual leave, so I had to, instead of waiting, I had to switch. And I'll be using the other one, and I have my test coming up soon. Guys, wish me the best. I believe I'm going to pass, and I'm going to share my story. He's
Mm.
thinking of it. So, like, for instance, somebody wants to learn, how much is the rate in your own side?
So it's 40, I think 40 something pound.
Are
That
you serious?
£41 or £40. Mm.
Yours is more expensive then. The driving
Or
lessons in your
35.
side is
It
more
depends.
expensive.
Depends on the school. Depends on the school. Depends on the people. Sometimes I think I was paying. I paid 35 once. Then when
Yeah.
I now switched driver, I was not
Yeah.
paying £38 to £41. So it depends.
But yours was good. The good thing is that you knew how to drive, so you didn't spend as much as I
Yeah,
was
I did not
spending
spend
to
as
learn
much.
from scratch.
I
Yeah.
define light. What they used to define light. Where light day.
Don't worry, it's right. We can see your face. So now let's talk about the nitty-gritty, the cocoa of the matter. How much do you pay for food stuff? There's nobody that comes to UK that don't want to eat. No, so
Uh,
it's to provide insight to those who are watching the video, who will watch the video, on how much you are likely to spend for foodstuffs in UK. I'll leave this part for Nurse Dee. Nurse Dee is going to do great justice to
why
it.
me? Why me? You know the job.
No, I passed.
Hmm. So it varies from family. Oh, for us now, monthly we budget £500 monthly for food stuff, both our food and the children's food, like everybody's food, African food, and our normal grocery shopping food. So we budget £500. So that's it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if we have a lot at home in a particular month, we might not finish all the money. So
Yes.
we'll just do stock, like just the piling up, the adding to it. So but generally we just budget £500 to say okay, monthly this is what we spend for food stuff.
Yeah, for me as well. That's it, sometimes I that's applicable for me. There are times when usually we were spending like 450 or even more. As at last year when we came to UK, we just two of us were shopping in co-op, so we didn't really know that co-op things are too expensive. So at some month we even
Wow.
spent 500. That was, yes, my sister. One of the mistakes I made coming in the like my first year in the UK. But we're spending too much. I remember the last video I did on cost of living, and I was like, at that time we're spending averagely 450. And somebody was like, many people were attacking me on the comment section, like, what do you people eat? And I remember saying, give me tips. But thanks be to God, I think two persons really just called me. I was like, V, what did you spend? I remember one, God bless Pastor Miss Najari. When she called, she was like, I spent 300. And she was giving me tips on like how, because I said we love African food so much. So I think she was able to tell us you can use substitutes of this and that. And to an extent, right now, I'm spending 300. It's just
Like for
maybe I,
my there are some things that you can get
yeah,
from this normal store, like
yeah.
semolina. I don't buy it
Mm.
from African store, I buy it from Tesco, and it's cheap in
Cheap.
Tesco.
Really? So I didn't know
In case you don't know,
I didn't know semolina.
let me show you the one I use.
Okay. I didn't know Tesco sells semolina. You see, I'm learning something new now. Show me. I didn't know Tesco.
They will tell you the smooth or the coarse. When you go there, you will see them.
Okay.
This is
Wow,
the
wow. Okay,
semolina,
the nuts cool. That's fine.
and then they use it as porridge or something. This white people they eat
So
it as
yeah, some of
porridge.
them just drink it.
So this is semo. So in case say they go African shop, they go buy. They go tell you say sometimes when you check, you see they put smooth. So but this one is coarse. That's it's
Yeah.
rough.
Mm.
So it's the same thing.
I'm gonna try it out. For me, what I use for swallow because I love swallow. My little baby loves swallow. Everybody in my house likes swallow. So what I use for swallow
Pando.
sometimes I blend oats. I buy from Costco. From Costco. I buy the oats and then blend it. Then I make it. That's what I went to make when I was like I want to make food before we started. That's what I did. It's the oats. So we use it as swallow. So yeah, sometimes. So it's not all the time that I buy Pando or
I buy
semolina on the
pando.
line.
My children prefer they love pando. The day I made this one now, I forced them. I said people will eat pando. It's not only
But
pando you will be eating.
that's the thing sometimes, that's the dilemma. For those people that keep criticizing that you guys spend too much, or that's the dilemma when children they really like this particular thing. Not just children. Like you just know something in your household. This is one thing you like. Like for me, I love swallow more than rice and all this spaghetti or pizza
I
or
don't
the
have preference, so I don't get
so
preference. I find the
for
thing let me
me,
chop.
So you get, so
Like
that's why
younger.
sometimes tend to spend. So averagely, if you don't spend too much, you may spend up to a hundred. Let's say you are a single person, you may spend on to 150. If you're a family of two or three, if you
That
may
single
spend
person safe. The single person to more than 150. You'll let the person on
150.
the chop.
I said, that's it. Some parents were like, I spent £50 in Aldi, and I was okay. That's you. I'm not following you, but for me, I know what I spend, and that's including toiletries as well. Like when I go shopping now,
Yes.
I get some
Including
toiletries
selection.
alongside.
Like
So
this
that
month now, I and my friend went to Sheffield wholesale
mm-hmm,
market. First time
yeah,
going there. Normally, sometimes there are some things she buy for me as well. But that day, I'm like, okay, let me go. So I
yeah.
bought yam. Full carton of yam. I bought it for £24. It was even cheap because some time ago, yam was almost for something pound.
Are you
So when I just
serious?
saw it,
Wow.
I just bought it. I bought full carton. I did not share with anybody. So £24, and it had about 12 pieces inside, and they were big. So another thing that helps is for people to go to the wholesale market.
Mm-hmm.
They help.
Yeah, it's true. Like
I'm
for
not
me,
even.
like
I know. Talk now for you.
you can carry on. But what I wanted to say is that for me, like when I go to Costco, I the things I buy, I don't even finish it that same month, except like the chicken and the like. But and mind you, it's not everything that is very cheap at Costco. So it's not there are things that are cheaper at Aldi than Costco. But things like Pamper, I think Aldi Pampers are cheaper, even though it's not the same brand. But things like buying these canned tomatoes in bulk. I love the quality that Costco has more than the one I buy in Aldi. For me, I basically shop Aldi, Costco, and
Which one is
African
can?
Store.
Which one is canned tomato? Like tin tomato or
Yeah,
which one?
no, like like plum now, plum and peeled tomato, those ones.
I know they use that one cook. So I they
You,
cook normal tomato. You go sell for
not
African shop. £6, full basket, full
cool,
carton.
but wow,
Yes.
that's it. For me, it's just that something like I said, that I'm an introvert. To go for shopping all the time is not easy. So there are times if I go for I prefer fresh, but when I don't, I just use the plum. That's what I
Like the
do.
one I bought now. The same tomato I bought them. I just put them in my fridge tray. Just put them there to last long. Just the
Okay,
when I
that's
want to use.
understandable.
So the only thing I do is that my bell pepper. So if
Yeah.
I bought carton as well, £7,
Mm.
full carton, those long
Wow.
bell sweet pepper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just came home, put them in the oven, like just to cook. How did they call them now? Just roast them. Roasted it
Okay.
alone. Then I blended it and kept it in the fridge. Put oil on top. Anything. The last thing I cook now, so I'll just take from inside to mix
Wow,
with my tomato.
I'm learning something new.
So
Thank
now what I do, I just go and buy and put them in the fridge. It should just be there serving me. I don't freeze it too, but I just put it in the fridge.
Okay, okay.
Put oil on top to save it to be
Mm.
okay. Just come, you don't look like tin tomato.
Okay, that's how it looks. Wow, wow. Thank you. So I remember my husband used to do that for onions because my husband is a chef. When he has the time, sometimes he likes marinating and the other things. I know, but majorly, you know how UK work can be now. Majorly, I mean, I like cooking too. So it's, but he really taught me that you could do those things in bulk and keep them. He did it for me.
Even garlic and
Tobacco and the
ginger
like.
as well.
Yeah. For me, I usually just when I'm cooking this, I do it. But I think that saves time. Thank you so much for that, Thursday. So basically that's what we do for grocery shopping. Another thing that is core in UK is childcare. If you are single, congratulations. But like, if you are going to marry soon, the congratulations do not
The man,
last for long. No, I'm just saying, like for now, they won't be running around now. They will just wake up, go to work, go to school, and like. But when they get married and start having children, you go into the phase. And if you, for us that we are running for childcare very soon, let's say you complete your family circle, it's going to get easier. So we are going to be talking about the cost we spend for childcare and tips. How do we manage our childcare? Nurse D, Nurse D is madam for this one. How do we
I tell
manage
my
our
down for another.
childcare?
Ah, wait. Depend on the family too. We don't get money like that, so they manage. So it's between me and my husband. When one is working, one is at home. So I do night mostly. So I'm at home during the day. If I go on, like, depends on how he works. So it's
Mm.
my daughter now that is going to school. Before she started school, they were at home. I not get money for 3 children for childcare. So they pay £1,000. So my twins now, they will be 3 on the 30th. So they have not started school. They've missed September. So they will start in January. So they are homeschooling. They are at home. They can read 1 to 3 to 20. They can read ABCD to Z. So that one is how I manage. I don't have money to go and pay. I asked now. They said per person £50 per day for the two of them, which is £100 per day. Yeah, I want to say times 30. How many? My full salary is finished.
Yeah,
So
that's the thing.
my daughter now. My daughter goes to school 9 to 3:30. So that's how we're managing, just between me. Then sometimes help from family. You have people coming to visit you, stay with you, like mother-in-law, my mom. So when they are around, it's very helpful.
Well,
So
I
then we can
admire
have
you.
time. I have time to also to work. So
But for us, actually, it's not. It's just a bit different because, like, I remember requesting for night shift at some point, but there was no availability in my company. So we do the same shift. We do days. We do days. So
you
there are
are
times when, yeah, my husband work days and I do days. So,
opposite.
eh? No, no, he's even working
The
Monday to
opposite
Friday
shift.
now. He's working Monday to Friday. So literally, except I'm working Saturday weekend. For me, I struggle Sunday with childcare because all my child members go to church, and they will always tell you that I'm not available. You understand? So to an extent, my managers they've understood that, so they don't really give me most Sunday shift, and I'm also happy because I have the opportunity to go to church. So Saturday when my husband is off, so he helps me because he works Monday to Friday majorly. But other days, if my shift is not Saturday, my shift is within the days, I have to assess. So very first thing we do is like for our church members have been quite helpful. Like some of them have volunteered to help us once in a while like that. But I have a childminder who helps us look after her. So that's what we do. Sometimes it looks, I remember some of my friends were like, how many hours? 12 hours you are away from your baby. I say that's UK life. Oh, even me, I have to go to choose that 12-hour shift so that I can just do 3 days child minding and have 4 days because I work basically 3 days. So that I cannot have 4 days to stay with her at home. But it's still a long time. So that's what we really do. And like you said, the nursery, when I checked out a nursery, like an official nursery, Jesus, the nursery was like, I'm gonna pay. The range was like 1.4, which is subject to increment a month. And their time does not even work with mine. They say I have to drop the child, is it at 8 o'clock? And me, I start my shift at 7:45. And I have to pick the child at 5 o'clock. I end my shift at 8 p.m. That if you even come 5:30, they will like you have to, I think they work within that 8 till 5 p.m. and you don't have to come late. If you come 5:05, you'll be fine. So I was like, that's from the first instant I didn't even sign up for it. Then you know the most annoying part, I now ask them, what if I'm on annual leave? Because they say it's direct debit. They say I will still pay, even though I didn't bring the child, I will still pay. I just said, don't worry. Thank you, my lovely. I'll get back to you. And that's how they called and called me and called me and called me. Then I sent them a message that I'm not interested. From that day, I already knew. I made up my mind that I'm not doing. Then were sending me emails. The price is subject to increment. I say, see, I'm not that very desperate. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing. Some of our church members help us. And if I have a child minder I use basically, but if she's not available, I just ask family friends. Most of them are from church because how many people do I know here? So I just ask them, and if nobody is available, we just cancel our shift. Any of us. So that's how we
So
basically manage our childcare.
you call your work and cancel your work, Abi. You call in sick.
No, I'll just call them and tell them I don't have, like, I'm unable to sort out my childcare. Or definitely, I used to plan ahead. So if like it was a last minute thing, I'll just tell them like, this is what it is. And yeah, for me, I will always plan ahead. If I know I'm having shifts now, I already told the person. So if you now cancel on me last minute and there's nobody that is able to help me, my child is still more important. Lastly, I'll stay around. That's what we basically do. But there are other extra costs that people tend to spend in UK, like life insurance. talking about cost of living now, life insurance, insurance for phone or car, and the likes. They also talk about, I think for us, we don't have a car yet. We don't pay insurance for car and the likes. What we pay for life insurance for the three of us is approximately £32 per month. That's what we pay. Nurse Dee said she doesn't do life insurance yet. Like, but how much is car insurance in your side?
Depends on the year. Depends on how old your license is. Depends on the kind of
Okay,
license,
okay,
on
okay.
professional license. So myself and my husband, we're on the same insurance, so we did it together. So it's a bit it's cheaper. So I think we are paying 140 something. I can't
Oh,
remember
that's
exactly, but
fine.
140 something.
Oh, that's
Just
fine.
because
That's
it's the
fine.
both of us together.
Together. That's what we plan to do as well. I and my husband, when we do our insurance, we just do it together so that at least it will be we minimize costs with it. Do you go to gym, not D?
I used to go, but my money will be wasting. So I have to cancel for now. I think I pay £14.
Are you serious? Gym is cheap there. Ours is 39.99.
You know why I pay £14 because of NHS stuff. Blah, 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 blah,
Okay,
blah, blah.
okay. NHS discount. That's another thing. So if you are working with the NHS, you have to utilize. You need to have a blue light card and utilize all your NHS discount and the like. See the difference. So you're paying £40, and you're paying 14. That's not fair.
What do
I
you
need
they
to go
pay for
to
gym now?
NHS. My husband goes mainly. For me, at some point I just wanted to be going, but right now I've just been posting them. I don't have the time. Me like an introvert. So that I'm not so consistent with gym, but basically it's £40. That's what they are charging gym here. So it's more expensive in this area. Another thing that we do is to pay
Is it
membership.
monthly?
Monthly, yes, monthly.
Monthly, £40.
That's a lot, yeah. Even when I think somebody else was saying, is it Liverpool that she was paying 30, is it 30 or 20 something? I was like, wow, that's when I realized ours was expensive. I was just because that was the range that we're getting. Even it's not just the gym we belong to, another one was still saying around £37, which is still in the same range. Yeah, so it's just expensive in the city. Another thing that we pay for each month is membership fee. Like for me, I belong to RCN. First year, I think they were charging me £9 approximately. Now they've upped it to £16 something. RCN.
£9.
Yeah, first year discounts. So I paid that for like 12 months. And now they are taking £16 direct debit every first day of every month.
For me, I didn't know. I was just paying the full money. So when I realized, I now called them to tell them. And I like, oh, that is from when my PIN comes out. So my PIN came out April 2023, and I started work July. So they counted it from that April when I've never started working, so I didn't know. So, but they refunded me back all the extra that I paid.
Wow, that's good. That for me, I just went on their website. Nobody even told me. When I went to the website and I saw which membership are you registering on that? I saw discount. I said, let me try this. Like first year discount. I tried it and that's how I was paying £9. Still well then automatically after the 12th month they just started taking £16 something. Then quarterly, that's why for the £120 to pay to NMC per month, quarterly, that's when I arrange the direct debit. So they take it every quarter, £30. So that
I
I
think mine
don't.
is 20. It's 24 pounds I pay
Oh, really?
for
How do you pay
midwifery.
that? Is
You pay £24 now. How much is
oh
16 pounds you pay?
it's midwifery, it's true. Mine is the general nursing one, adult nursing, 120.
What with the safety?
Okay. So that's
So
how it
I
is.
do.
That's another thing we spend for in UK.
They take it
And then,
quarterly as well.
okay, I think it's the best, really. It still helps you not to, yeah, because taking the full money at once is something in your account. And sometimes people may even forget to transfer that money to them. So it's just better to send a direct debit so you know they will even inform you ahead that this money is going to be taken on this day. So you put something in the account so that your bank will not be shouting overdraft, overdraft. Charity. There are people that would love to give to charity. And outside charity, I think the charity that most people do is black tax. Black tax, that one. You have sometimes you have a fixed budget that you have to send back home. You know where we are coming from. You still have aunties, uncles, friends, and that. So I always keep a budget for that each month. so that you don't just, because expenses will come even with the current state of things back home now. So yeah, it's hardly that you can stay. Maybe Nurse Dee, maybe they don't build Nurse Dee now.
I remember when I tell you say I want to do video about black tax. You see which one be black tax?
Yeah. So black tax.
Go on.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like the more you have to really send money back home and the like. So averagely the cost of living in this city with a family of 3 sometimes it ranges between that 2,500 for those whose lifestyle is very, 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 very small. Like they don't really they don't spend too much. They may spend up to 2 for a family of 3, including the baby expenses and everything. But sometimes, depends on the month, you can spend up to 3K per month. So that's what it is basically. That's now, Nurse Dee is a family of 5 living in Doncaster area. I know most people like moving to that area. Now we're understanding why they are moving to that area. So you could actually compare that the things are much cheaper, not so expensive as opposed to this southern part of London, Milton Keynes and the cohorts. So Nurse Dee, like averagely, how much would you say is the cost of living in your side?
When I did the calculation the last time, I think it's about 3,000 something.
For family of 5, right? That's not bad, because if a family of 3 that we are like this, sometimes a month we spend up to 2,800. And we don't have a car, mind you, we are not paying that insurance and the likes. So we are not, TV license here is another thing that people pay, but it's optional.
I don't do it.
It's optional. I know they will threaten you, but if you know that you
I
are
called them to tell them I'm not using their Wi-Fi. I'm not using their TV. They should stop sending me letters. Then they stop.
Okay, that's lovely.
They said that they are sorry for bothering me. That okay, stop sending.
Oh really? Because they will always send letter. They will send letter. Right?
You should not call them. You never call them.
Okay, maybe we'll just try and do that.
You need to call them and tell them. Call them and tell them, because sometimes we used to go around and check to make sure people you are not using it. So just call them, tell them, let me come on eye for your bubble now.
Yeah, but the threat is that sometimes it said if you are streaming live and the likes, that's why we just have to pay.
You're not streaming live now. Are you streaming live? It's not like I movie, I play, whatever.
No, on YouTube. They said even on YouTube. They said
YouTube is not live. YouTube is not live. No.
It's not?
YouTube is not part of it. No.
But it was inside the paper they bought though.
They argue. Okay. I have pay now.
I don't know. But seriously, if you don't need it, you don't have to pay. That's just
it's not BBC now. It's not BBC. That's what they are particular about. Like BBC, all those their normal channel. No. Did you connect the cable to your TV?
No.
So you know normally that thing is in all houses. There's a cable. TV
no,
cable.
No, I did not.
If you don't connect it, you don't have a business with them. So it's only when you connect it to your TV and it's showing their system.
We just call them and tell them we are not using it. So
I'm saying you call them and tell them.
Maybe that's what we just do. We didn't know we could call them because we just kept saying
they asked me, are you connecting the cable to your TV? I said no, the cable I've never used it.
I mean, if I don't even know where the cable is because I don't use it.
To be around somewhere where they keep, I don't know, just somewhere.
Maybe I've kept it in the storage.
They never sent me any letter from Portsmouth because it goes show for their system. How they use them or I know they use them now. I'm not the border person.
Yeah, they just come randomly and be leaving letter and say we visited you and not at home and oh my god. And you know the funniest thing, when they say they will now give you a fine of £1,000 if they find out.
It's a lie. You are not using it, so just tell them, call them and tell them you are not using it.
Thank you for that tip. So that's what I think of. That's really what it is, like the cost of living. Except Nurse Dee is hungry. I'm gonna release her so that she can go out. Thank you so much, Nurse Dee, for coming around. Yeah, so within the course of the video, we've mentioned tips on how you could reduce costs. Make sure you watch this video. And if you have any questions, you can use the comment section. If you know anybody that this video may be of help to share. So guys, you need to visit
Like,
Nurse's channel.
share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment,
Comment,
subscribe.
subscribe. This one must be life changing. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. I think
Subscribe to my YouTube. Hey,
that's
people don't
it.
know me for that song.
That's it. I think you think on Facebook I heard him. I was
On,
laughing. I think
I
it
used
is
to put it on Instagram. Then from there to go to Facebook.
that I said this is not this voice. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. So guys, please show Nurse some love. Go and subscribe to her lovely YouTube channel. Yeah, please. She's doing a good job there and follow her content. We'll see you on our other videos. For the meantime, stay blessed. Bye bye.